Very few people can come on here, bro, and tell you the truth about themselves, but I can because honestly, I know it's going to help you. I was that guy that made every excuse under the sun to why I couldn't get shit done. But I had the king of excuses that used to come out my mouth every day, multiple 100 times a day, bro. You know what that excuse was? Take a guess. I want you to try and guess. It was, I'm not motivated. That's how I used to be. I'll tell you the truth. When it came to building my body, when it came to stopping all the bad things I was doing, drugs and wasting time and hanging out with degenerates and idiots and even criminals, I always told myself, I'm not motivated to change my life. I'm not motivated to eat good, to build my body. I'm not motivated. And that just kept me in a cycle of being a loser, of being a bum. And I'm going to tell you the honest truth. In this world, the men who truly build themselves up are the men that don't really rely on motivation. They're the men that rely on themselves, raw action, and doing what they're supposed to do regardless of how they feel. Now, I'm going to teach you how to build this mindset of working your ass off without motivation. Because I'm going to say this to you right now. You can get motivated by watching this video and looking at my sexy bearded and my face, and then it'll die off. As soon as you click off this video, you go watch a Mr. Beast video, you go do this, you go do that, boom, you lost your motivation. You can listen to some music, maybe a new song came out, you can be motivated for a day or 2 days or whenever you listen to it, and it dies. You can watch a podcast, watch a movie, you can go to a seminar or something. But motivation is always short-lived. The time of it is dependent on you. It could be a couple minutes, it could be a couple days, it could be a couple months. But motivation is always very short-lived. And I'm going to open this up for you. If you look at motivation, this is what motivation looks like. You have a spike like that, you cruise around here, then you go down. But I want you to take a look at this. When you start relying on motivation, what happens is you get this big spike, the new song comes out, you went to a seminar, you watch one of my videos, whatever, and you feel motivated. And you try to work. You start making progress, you try to, just get your shit together, but then the motivation dies off. Well, relying on motivation actually ruins you in the long run because you, most of the time, always end up in a worse place when you rely on motivation. Because you're so psyched, right? You invest a couple $100 into this business or this course or this, and you put your money, your energy, your time, your effort, and when it doesn't go well in a couple of days or a week, or you don't see the progress that you want, or you're just too heavily reliant on motivation, when you go back down and the motivation dims, well, your mindset, your bank balance, your energy is all at a worse place because you relied heavily on motivation, and now you feel, I put this money in, I put this time in, I put this effort in, and it didn't work, and that ruins your drive to be like, I can do something again. But let me tell you about discipline. And I want to lay this out for you in a way that makes it so simple. We as men, we're living in a coddled world where at the age of 20, you're still expecting someone to wipe your ass for you and cook your dinner and do all of this. It's nonsense. And I hope I offended a few of you boys because you needed to hear that. But let me show you something, right? This is discipline. If you look at discipline, right? Let's say that this is your actions. And let's say that these are your emotions, right? And let's say that this is motivation. So this is your emotions. Motivation will start here. And this is your action when you're a disciplined individual. Take a look at this, right? When you look at action and you do what you're supposed to do, regardless of how you feel every single day, well, you're going to get to where you want to get. So this is the man that hasn't placed any emphasis on his emotions, hasn't relied too heavily on motivation, and has just done what he is supposed to do regardless of how he feels, because that's the formula for discipline. Doing what you're supposed to do regardless of how you feel. Repeat that right now, bro. Repeat it. Now, your emotions will always get the better of you, right? We always get that way where, you wake up and you're pissed off. You wake up and you're just not feeling it. But when you're a disciplined individual, your emotions don't hold any bearing on what you do. So you can see the wave of emotions. One day you're good, one day you're sad, one day you're good, couple days you're happy, then it's sad again or pissed off again. And then the motivation is obviously the curve that we saw up here, but it's inside of here. Discipline will get you the dream life, whether it's the body, whether it's the girl, whether it's the money, whether it's the freedom, whether it's just anything that you're going after. And it's only by repetitive action on doing what it is you're supposed to do, regardless of how you feel. And that's the difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation is a heavy reliance on your feelings, on your emotions, where discipline, it pushes that shit to the side. And as a man, a key tenet of masculinity is not placing emphasis on how we feel. We leave the crying and the emotions up to the girls, to the females, and we do what we're supposed to do. We come up with solutions. We keep moving forward. That's who we are. We don't place a bearing on how we feel. We don't start crying or, go in bed and put the cover over us. But let's get into this, because I want to open this up now on how you can really kind of feel the way that I feel. And I've got some hacks for you. And I genuinely mean this shit will change your life. The biggest thing that I've done in my own life is embrace the struggle. And this is big. And I want you to adopt this right now. That adopting the mindset of that I am going to love the struggle, this will flip the script. Because, come here, bro. If you realize this, then this will change the game for you. A man's life is primarily suffering. It is suffering to build your body. It is suffering to make money. It is suffering to build your skills up so that you're important, that you're brilliant. It's suffering when you have to bear the weight of your family, of your children, of your loved ones, and you have to be the rock. But that's your duty as a man. And the only way that you can really calibrate yourself into a man that's respectable, strong, courageous, goes after him, everything that he wants, is by enduring pain. And you need to realize that the struggle that you're going to go through from A to B, from the man that you are today to the man that you're going to be in the future, the struggle will make all the rewards sweeter. So you wouldn't want the body. If you could click your fingers right now and have a body and every other person in the world had the nice six-pack abs, or if you could click your fingers and get $1 million, but $1 million didn't mean anything. Everyone was well off, everyone was wealthy. You wouldn't want it. But in this world, building your body, making some money, being good with women, building up your skills, having people know your name is something that very few people can get, right? If you look at the world, very few in terms of the whole world have good bodies. Very few people are wealthy. Very few people have the hot girls. Very few people are living the way that they want to live, right? So when you can build yourself up and go through the struggle, whether it's building your body, working on your business, making some money, building up your skills, you go through that whole arduous journey to become an astute man. Well, it's going to make what you go after so much more sweeter. I earned this. I'm going to even show off a little bit. I'm going to show my muscles off, show my girl off, show my car off. Because, you struggled. I struggled. So why wouldn't we do that? That's kind of how we get a little bit of power as men as well, knowing that I've got all of these things, I've accomplished all this, and that person over there can't even get started. That's a bit toxic, but it's very true how a lot of us men perform. Now, embracing the struggle, it can also be looked at as making it fun. And I've done that in my own life, and I want you to try and do this yourself. Make it fun. Do whatever it is that you got to do to enjoy the pain. Make it fun. So I actually love going to the gym. I love learning how to fight. I love working on my business. I love it. Even if things aren't going to, or maybe I hurt my hand, maybe my business ain't doing the best it could be, all these things. But I love it because I know that that's just going to fuel me to work harder. And I make it fun by, at least I learned something. At least I'm doing this. Make it fun. Whatever it is, you're trying to get good with women, you're trying to build your body, trying to make some money. Do what you can to make it more fun. And that'll change the game for you for embracing the struggle as well. But then with that, it's having high standards. Okay? And this is big. Because as men, you need to realize that the reason why you keep going back to fapping or drugs or alcohol or wasting time or not doing what you're supposed to do is because your standards for your life are low. You've accepted that you're a fapper, that you're a guy with a shit body, that's a guy that's broke, That's a guy that's going to waste time. You've accepted it. But what you must now do, look yourself in the mirror or take a photo on your phone and tell yourself, I will not accept anything but the best from the people around me, from the output that I put into myself, the best. And I really mean this. When you can look yourself in the eye and come to an agreement that you will only accept the best from yourself, the best work ethic, the best relationships, the best output in everything, then if you're genuinely a man of your word, that's enough to never ever need to rely on motivation because you have high standards. I am not a man that faps. I'm not a man that wastes time. I'm not a man that bitches out when he sees a pretty girl. I'm not a man that's scared to fail. And when you live your life congruent of these standards that you set for yourself, then you'll get up out of bed when the alarm goes off and conquer the day and win because you've got these standards to adhere to in your own mind that you set. And the thing is, as men, you have to be diligent and conscious of your words. I'm a very conscious man. Everything that I say, everything that I do, I know it and I do it with a conscious decision. I say what I mean and I know that I'm going to follow through on what comes out of my mouth. So you need to be conscious with your words and be honorable to your words and set these high standards and never go back on it. Because in this world, bro, all you have is your word. I really do mean that. You got your word and that's really it to push forward. So set these high standards. And this could be from the people around you. If this person's a bum, cut him out. If your girl treats you this way, boom, cut her out. If this happens, if you have a problem with eating fast food, but you set these standards that you're not going to do it anymore, boom, only eat clean food. You have to view your life this way. High standards. Now the last thing, this is how you work without motivation. Remember your goals and set your goals in front of you. Put it on your wall, put it on your screensaver, put it on your laptop background, whatever you got to do. Set your goals in front of you. Know what it is that you're going after and make it a declaration to yourself that your goals will never, ever, ever leave your mind, your screensaver, nothing. And tap into what it is that you'll know that you're going to miss out on if you waste time, play games, do all of this nonsense. You need to look at yourself and be like, okay, I've got these goals. I want to make X amount of money. I want to be living here. I want to be free. I want this body. I want this type of girl. I want this car. I want this house. I want this type of lifestyle. And have it be in the forefront of every decision that you make every single day. So every day, and I never do, but if I feel that urge to do something that I shouldn't, right? Fap or waste some time or not do what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, my goals. I just open my phone and I just see my goals right there. I look at my wall, I look at my whiteboard, I look at everything. And I'm like, boom, I know what it is. And you need to know what it is you're going after and make it so in front of you. It's like, okay, I got shit to do. And this is how you work without motivation. Really take it from me. If you rely on discipline by doing what you're supposed to do regardless of how you feel, you embrace the struggle, you make it fun, realize that the struggle is what you have to go to become a better man anyway, and it's just your turn to go through the struggle of life to develop, to make some money, to build yourself. Because everyone that you looked up to in the past or look up to now, they've all gone through the same journey as you. Now it's your turn. You have high standards for what you will and won't accept from yourself, from the world, from the universe, from people. And then you have your goals in the forefront of your mind. This is it. This is honestly how you build yourself into whatever it is, have the life that you want to live, G. If you want to do coaching with me, bro, one-on-one, I will change your life and I will introduce you to a network of young men all about it. Then go to the link in the description, sign up to the second tier, or go on Instagram and message me and we'll start it, bro. And it'll be the best investment and decision that you made in your life. And I guarantee you that. I love you, brother. And I mean that.